Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Coordination Manager demo session. This is the third one, and for a while, I assume it's gonna be now uh, a big gap between when we do a next update, or at least this kind of session update, where I invite people to join us and review what has been done and ideate on next steps. Today joins us with me Daniel Effium, and together I will share him what has happened since the start of the week, and if and then after that we go a bit of like brainstorming of what's next, um, and end with that. So jumping right in, I just finished asking Cloud, okay, what happened the last time I did? It said again like 70 files updated, 40 times 4,000 line code updates compared to last time. It's far more, but majority of, I guess, the code line comes from a new update called governance system, which has nothing to do with coordination manager itself. But it was easy and quick to integrate, and this will be used on one of the Cardano workshops that's happened next Tuesday. So this is kind of like an invite to there too. But yeah, the main thing that I kind of struggled and took quite a lot of time, I think 12 to 16 hours went just straight into one feature, which is integrating email and then all the like privacy rotations and like processes related to that. Then that required me to figure out and make like a user management process, or at least like basically I call it now a friend list. Um, which is to invite friends, connect them, because the way I'm trying to create this coordination manager compared to like other coordination managers where you put your email in, everybody will see your email. We are here at the idea that you still keep your private data and the system connects you with like people can send you emails if you only if you allow them to send you emails, but it doesn't mean they see your email. So they can send you a message, send you an invite. So if you join their calendars or want to learn more about them, they can contact you, but they won't know which email they're sending to. They just know that you are getting it. So yeah, this kind of process and cycle has been put in a lot of more design elements also. Yeah, just to kind of recognize which is prioritized and what is not. The Figma update is that was basically already done by the last workshop session we had, and these code generated assets on the Figma page. And somebody asked that, and if they want, they now have, yeah, basically whenever we need to create a Figma flow, we can ask Claude to generate that in, and yeah, you can get the elements and I guess another way to communicate updates to the system. Um, the facilitator sentiment, that's related to the governance system because yeah, we are like doing internally stuff and then before we publish, there is gonna be a bit different statements and stuff to show. Announcement feedback was a major overhaul of mountain-based 1030 line changed updates to feedback page. Well, we can go into that. I'm not quite certain what really. Well, technically, the email integration is the general update. Maybe some AI updates were there. UI layout, yeah, technical changes everywhere. API infrastructure, AI chat, Zoom, Discord, bot enchantments. Yeah, even though I realized that like I cannot make Zoom public because it requires domain, and we right now we have Vercel, which is not our own domain, but there is an option to still generate Zoom links if you're on a test server and you yeah, own your test suite. So I do that, so I can only use Zoom, and that link was also generated by that feature. Um, build fixes, excluded tests. Yeah, okay, so then some kind of testing stuff. If I open up the coordination manager itself, the new homepage that I covered at the start of the week. But the major change basically is that if you go here in the distribute messages or from any other route, now you have this new tab called email, and this allows you to, oh yeah, because I did it on localhost, I guess I need to do it in public separately. Yeah, and this like color coding here, where red you can see is everywhere where there is like private information. I see that some of this information already has lost, so I need to check where the hell are some updates. Yeah, it's more and more getting where the the cloud is like changing back some of the elements. I don't know what's up with that. So I need to start to work on like AI workflows too, that it doesn't break old stuff. But yeah, in general, so where I was, distribute messages, email integration, let's integrate that. Now there are like two things. But first, it says to me that verified email addresses, okay, I have one, so that's fine. And then another one is configure email. Ah, okay, now I know what's going on. I did update the email, but it's working only for localhost, but I haven't added the encryption key for the public environment. So yeah, I won't be able to show you this, but basically what I can is describe that yeah, you're able to add your own like friends list or emails that you want to send either way. Um, then if you integrate that, then in Compose tab, this email recipients option will appear where yeah, the sender attribution or where is the email sent from. It's interesting that it recognizes my email address. So I think it's picking it up from localhost because yeah, here right now, what it should say is that the emails come from courseware@gmail.com. Um, and the sender is yeah, me as I with my verified address. But yeah, if anything is like missing, it will put you back to this privacy page or there, and where you will find like you can add more email addresses. So if you own multiple email addresses and you want to switch them based on who you sent them, there is an option for that. Then if you scroll down here, there is a new this profile visibility version where by default everything is private and hidden. So yeah, if you want your friend or somebody you want to see their email address here, or you want to get more like connected with it, you have to either yeah, like create a connection with them. Here it says enable friends first. So let's say I want to show email addresses to everybody who is on my friend list. Then you're then able to generate invite code. And then when you give them the invite code, and I don't know if you have created an account or not, drop this in here, then you will be able to accept my invite. And this invite should appear here when you click the link. Yeah, and this way, here you can also add the same context, the same thing in email integration. But yeah, this basically allows then to start sharing your personal data from this. Right now, yeah, there is only basically two information just to see an email address for confirmation's sake. Another one is showing notification settings. Because as we start adding more stuff, you maybe don't want duplication, for example, that you allow accepting both Discord and email notification whenever an event starts, but in notification preferences, you want to mention that, okay, if you can choose and you kind of or want to automate which direction you prefer to get, then you can like do that. Um, for now, yeah, it remains more as an idea, but I think it gets more relevant as there are like more tools will be integrated here. Then instead of getting the same message span from all 5 or 6 different platforms or tools you're getting, instead you have like the primary source where you expect people to send. But not everybody can send you a Discord DM, for example, because they don't own a Discord account. So then that's why like the other options are still there. And yeah, whenever you feel like you're getting too much bothered and you're getting like more emails or Discord messages like chat by coordination, you can simply come here and disable them, and then it's all you won't get any email notifications or Discord notifications at all. Um, yeah, even though like simple updates in a sense of like settings and the point of that, but it took quite a while. But yeah, it says that if your email notification is disabled, then this kind of verified address is useless. So it kind of pops up this kind of notification, and you can enable it here instead of finding where to enable email notifications. And you kind of need to allow email notifications if you are sending emails. Uh, what's that? Okay, not an email from platform. Then yeah, another one was this governance reshare stuff. I can quickly glimpse at it because it's quite soon. But basically, this is like a page where we have a picture, we have some kind of sentiment analysis we can do. Like there's a right now this facilitator stuff is available where we are choosing what kind of information we want to use for the public workshop, governance statements, and all Cardano related. But it's still interesting to kind of show you that this we are now able to basically start running workshops on live like websites. So when we used to have like Marbot voting or moving sticky notes around, now what we can do is create tools specialized to get the results or gamify it a bit. Mm, yeah, I guess that's basically it. I didn't update anything else for now, I think. Um, yeah, but then these were the major changes. So now we're here. What you think, Efium, and any thoughts so far?
Okay, so I was trying to click on the because I'm on my phone and I was trying to click on the invite link. But I think it's you have to have an account for you to be able to accept the invite. That's number one. So that means if you have a traveler account, you can't send an invite to someone that's a travel account. You must have an actual account.
Yes, that would be correct. Um,
Uh,
it's a
okay.
good point. Maybe if I share that same link I shared with you and sign in to accept, yeah, yeah, oh, but yeah, and then it suggests traveler account and you want to quickly try it, but it doesn't then allow anything. And if I try it again, it says still sign in, friend added via friend list. Interesting. It was still able to,
You got your email. I think because you
yeah,
already signed in on that browser, that's why. So,
yeah.
so
So
I think
I'm still with travel account. I was, yeah, but technically this shouldn't, I don't know, because the travel account gets deleted.
yeah, so where is it fetching the email from? Because maybe you can get it from the live session that is you already have open on your
No, this is
browser.
because I sent you a friend request. This specific link code is embedded with my like account like link or this it allows basically to connect my account, not like connect in a sense that it shares the data or account, but like yeah, it basically adds you to the friend list. And the reason why it shows email is because I enabled uh, yeah, new friend request. Yeah, so that same friend request is coming back for me and it's connected. But anyway, what did I want to say was if in privacy, when I change this show email address to no, theoretically, here, if I refresh, it should show not show that. Okay, so we do have some of the edge cases to check up. Yeah, my primary concern was to just get the emails working correctly. So good catch. I think what I tested was that when in distribution page, yeah, I cannot really show it here. Yeah, because I'm with my own account. Yeah, I need more accounts to test. But like in the distribution page here, it should not show an account. This course worm is showing up because it's my own added account by the email contacts, and so it's a separate thing. Yeah, and from friend list it shows also that, but it doesn't because it has no email. It cannot really send to that.
I think you did, yeah. So my second, let's say, question is around the use case of creating an account. So if I were to create an account with my email, right, and I were to sign in with with my email or create an account with my email, it do I if I come back to, because I think on your own account I could see your email, I could also see your wallet ID, right? So can I create a different account with my email and also create another account with my wallet?
Yes, but
Okay.
right now the way it's worked, you can only add one wallet. And right now, this wallet is again something that is not shared, but that's a good idea in a sense that adding a new profile visibility of what wallet addresses you use. I don't know if it's relevant, but it's technically not relevant, but yeah, it may get relevant at some point.
Yeah,
Uh,
because
trying
I'm
to
thinking if I
show
wanted to,
this, yeah. At some point, you maybe want to send your friend like 5 ADA. That's a good way to verify that or pull them some great.
yeah. So because I'm saying that the one thing this is email addresses, and the thing was what caught my eye, and then this is wallet addresses. But if I already used that wallet already, I can't add it to this other profile, right? Or would I
You
be able to
can.
add it? I can still add it.
Yeah. So what happens if you have, let's say you used some kind of Google account, you created some events, and then you had a wallet account because wallet login is much comfortable to use, and you created some
Yeah.
events, and now when whichever uh, like the one account you're logged in, you have option to either link a Google account or link a Cardano wallet. But then it will give you this warning if when you're about to link like a wallet account, because what happens is all the default settings, like what settings you have selected, all the teams you have selected, everything will overwrite the wallet you're connecting, but what you get is all the events, meetings, and yeah, good point. I need to consider the friend list student. Uh, don't forget to merge emails and friend list. So this is doesn't yet happen, um, but it merges most of the information into one single account. And once you do that, you basically have now, yeah, like almost like a multi-authenticated account, even though I don't ask 2FA anything here yet. Maybe that's another thing we need. But yeah, merging is possible, and the idea is that I do want to add more wallets here. So you can create. Yeah. So one thing was for us, like we have ambassador program. Right now, if you give Google account to a person, he has access to every single app, every single backend, and but instead of that, we could now create like uh, yeah, log in for here, and then they only have access to the calendar, um, and that's it. And then we can add more wallet. Like if somebody becomes core contributor, we already know what wallet they're using because they can't really get core contributor if they don't get ADA rewards or AGX rewards. And then we could add these more permissioned accounts here, and then everybody who has wallet account can update the ambassador program Google Calendar. But yeah, right now the demand for that, I guess, is reduced even further. So I'm not sure if we need to implement it now. So it's not my priority compared to yeah, this Discord Guardian is the next big item. I think there is like more need of that tool across different servers. Um, Feature request add Zoom link to calendar entry. Ah, yeah, that's a small update. Emails update still ongoing. Well, technically this is now done. And this means this is email is needed. Everyone has to remember participants so that we could reschedule with ease. That I need to test that, but now it should be all linking up. Uh, and yeah, the conversation starter is not yet implemented. And this is like that chat page here. I'm not sure, like, do we want a chat feature in Coordination Manager at all? Because, but in some ways I kind of see it like quite useful tool, especially if you have your own coordination calendar, um, and you want to just send information here, and then each coordination has some kind of like a chatting, and everybody who has participated put their name down can join the chat and be more up to date. For now, yeah, I don't know. It kind of not needed either because you use Discord quite well.
No, not really.
Well, yeah, and I guess now is the I would say the hardest like implementations are now done. I still haven't open sourced it yet, especially after this email integration. Um, but yeah, now I think all I need to do is clean up all the mess, all the code. Once after this governance event ends on Tuesday, I will remove the, I will separate out the governance dashboard like feature from there. And then, yeah, I think I'm very close to open source it. And once I do that, then I guess it's time to start uh, making like marketing for this. A bit like I guess a marketing agent that will go around, look for people who want to make meetings or organize or coordinate and looking for best tool and pre-tool and quick tool, then I can shove that link to their face and then use this. You don't have to even log in to use it. But if they log in, they recognize that this is far more powerful tool than other calendars because they're like add event or like Luma. They do have internal paths, but none of them has this distribution to Discord and email. And if we add here the Mattermost and Telegram, then we cover like a full suite of main tools that are used by most of the decentralized organizations. So yeah, I guess uh, after the agent building, after the getting it open source, and once we do get some traction, I think the more channels is the power tool that kind of makes this useful. Um, Another thing that's uh, also gonna happen in short term is because the SingularityNet PGI workshops or whatever, they're working on the AI ethics framework and privacy framework. So I will, yeah, work with all also that research and try to see how well my current app is like fitting to these standards and following the expectations. So that's also a way to kind of differentiate out ourselves from the rest of the tools and come closer to yeah, what SingularityNet is trying to achieve. But overall, I am quite confident I can build almost anything. So now the question is, do we want to kind of keep pushing coordination manager, keep adding more features to it, fixing any kind of bugs and user flow stuff, um, or just create another application? Uh, yeah, probably yeah, in the short term, I need to move on to this knowledge-based work and start to create a Discord bot that is finding the ambassador assets and the links and all that shenanigan. Because we need to find this stuff in governance workgroup and we cannot find them. And the current knowledge base doesn't show you the files. I have to know which section it was.
Okay, so I don't know if that was in the first demo or the second demo, but I'm going to look around the tool again. I know I haven't signed in with an account. I've basically just been a traveler. I'll sign into today. And drop a couple of feedback. But I wanted to ask, I schedule a meeting at the moment, right? Um, is there like a Zoom integration that also creates a Zoom link for that meeting automatically?
There is. So as a person who wants to coordinate the meeting, there are two ways to do it. But essentially, if you want to start it from the scratch, you first need to create this like coordination calendar, our new meeting, where you basically set the time frame. And for me, it automatically picks this start frame because this is my kind of wake up time. And and then you choose days when you want to meet. It kind of suggests today's date and stuff. And it's like, okay, fine, maybe skip this day. And you either choose a public or unlisted. Let's say that we want just for tomorrow syncing up. Uh, Once people are in here, they kind of fill up their my availability, somebody else's availability. Um, and now once this like availability stuff is, you can also, of course, before that you send people to invite and add stuff here. But let's say now everybody has put their time down. You can either suggest meeting times or you can, because this is the overlapping time and based on that it chooses it, or it you yeah generate well like manually create, no, actually I want this time, or maybe just the second half of that. Either way, this updates this scenario. You can make recurrences, and now with the meeting link, you have basically three options. One is that you generate Google Meet. Um, that is like the easiest solution. because yeah, Google, I'm not sure. I don't think I even need Google Pro. So like the Google account is free to create the Google Meet link. This is like yeah, the 45-minute link. But if you have Google account Pro or something, whatever they call, then it is automatically the link is the full version. Let me check. I haven't tested it for now more than 1 month. Still work. As to join, yeah, that's working. Another way is that the Zoom link. The same way, if you integrated it, to me it's easy because yeah, it's already integrated. If you don't have it integrated, then you instead of the Zoom button, it's integrate Zoom. And when you click it, it will take you directly to the settings page. Um, but yeah, right now, what the Zoom says, it's unavailable because what we need in order for to provide that so that you can generate Zoom links, I need the domain not to be the Vercel.app. I need to buy my own domain. And that is something also we need, I guess I'm gonna do just, yeah, somewhere next month or maybe closer. Um, Unfortunately, right now, the Zoom links, everybody else has to kind of manually create them and then include them part of the. Damn, I didn't save it. I need to start again. But yeah, for me, it kind of generates Zoom and it would work the same way. So this Zoom link is here with the password. Um, and then at Integrate Luma, there was this issue that yeah, it's possible to integrate it, like all of this info will create to the Luma page. However, you need Luma Pro account to use the API. So that will cost you compared to where usually Luma is used by free. Here it says the Luma requires Luma Plus a paid subscription. Uh, so before and once you get the Luma API key, after you pay for that, then you can connect and then it starts working. So this is how it kind of works right now. And yeah, once you have a meeting, then it's kind of easy track. Select this time, generate Zoom link. That's some kind of stuff. Right now, I kind of clicked Google Meet, clicked Zoom link like 3 times. You actually have, if you go back, if I go back to my Zoom account, I will see multiple links there. So you can quite quickly like spam your own account. But then now we have this meeting link. You can download the ICS file. The meeting page is quite simple right now. It's without any, it just has the Google Calendar option. Oh yeah, so that's another like a feature which was requested that people wanted to add them to their calendar. So now you can, and you have the download option for adding to your desktop files or whenever you can import ESA files. And yeah, if you make it public. So right now it's unlisted, so I need to edit settings and make it public and save settings. Then in the events page, it should appear as our new meeting. So this is the full calendar of every network. Yeah, right now not many people are using it. And the Beyond them weekly workshop is tomorrow, 15 UTC. Um, and yeah, if you want, if you're a network and you feel like, whoa, I can promote my stuff here, feel free. Create an account. Here is coordinate events, and you can all the connected calendars you have connected yourself. You can simply take, okay, let's say I have even added public URLs. Let's import 1 month of intersect events that's coming up from today to something. Duplicate key. Oh no, it's not working. And okay, I cannot then show you this. Let's see if oh, I have Singularity Net. Let's import. Don't think I have anything on Smarm, but I'm gonna import anyway. We imported one event. So there was, yeah, okay, this event was there, so it appeared here. and I can make it yeah, public. I click twice. And if I click it public or select an area of which events you want to make public in that time period, they will start to appear in the main calendar for everybody. So that's the cool coordination of like mass importing events from one place to another, uh, yeah, to populate the general view. Yeah, right now, I guess what I need is more people adding stuff here, and so that I know how to improve the filtering mechanics of this system to make it easier. But that was like a, yes, a side quest. Somebody wanted to quickly get their calendars in one place, so this is the workflow for that. Any other curiosity? I hope I answered your question too.
Yeah. So I was basically thinking like, well, a friend and I were working on a conferencing app, and I was thinking, okay, if I wanted to integrate my own conferencing app in here, so what the conferencing app is supposed to do is that it bridges the language barrier. So let's say if I'm on a call with someone that is French, the tool allows you to have a meeting with the person in your own normal language, while the person would be hearing you in their language. So you can set your preferred language. So I was thinking, okay, if I wanted to use this coordination manager, right, to schedule calls, but I want to create um I want to create the link from my own application. How would that work? But I think the same way you're integrating with Luna, right? Luma, we can also have an integration for like I think if we expose the API key to you, we can that if someone I wanted to create, but I want the link not to be Google, I don't want it to be Zoom, I don't want it to be Luma, I want it to be Remo Talk, because that's what I call it the application.
Yeah, I
I think
talked
we
to,
can
I
introduce.
wrote to Ubi there. I don't know, he has not responded. Maybe I should talk to somebody else. But yeah, I think, yeah, I asked him if I can integrate his tool. But yeah, this is totally possible. And once we do it, as soon as I put it open source, you don't have to even ask me to do that. But
Okay,
instead, you can just fork the repo, tell the Cloud that, hey, this is a tool I want you to integrate in this page. And
okay.
because of the skills and everything in place, it should be able to do that. The same way as I'm building stuff, you should be able to. And hopefully you push it public and or make a PR request and again also input that same feature to this version. But of course you can make your
All
own
right.
work. But yeah, like integrating is pretty doable and simple. The only stuff that requires a bit of like thinking is account merging or like for example, users are using already remote talk and maybe and I understood it's also like Cardano native, so it has a wallet connection. And if I have wallet connection here, like can we somehow make like a handshake that those who have wallet accounts here can by integrating that like account can they can like simply just make account and it automatically creates your same wallet account into remote talk instead of going through the like a manual process, but you just click here. You all because we trust each other's like backends, it's kind of seamless. And then yeah, and the second button is I don't know, create remote talk link and done without even knowing what is remote talk. You get to use the platform, and I would and because we are in this kind of same network of family, I wouldn't mind also like promoting that as a first option or a suggestion as a feature set or doing some kind of special animation just to get people to click the remote talk link, generating the remote talk instead of integrating Zoom or Google or using other stuff.
Okay. Okay. And we'll just wait for when it's open source because it's going to also be an avenue to also put the word out. Okay, that you can have a tool where you can be have more inclusive meetings with your client or whoever, where something like that. Um, I'm definitely going to go through every single thing that is on the available currently on the and like you said, you're done with all the major feature developments a bit for the coordination manager.
What you asked?
I'm saying implement of the core features for the development manager, the coordination manager. I mean the you're done with developing the core features. I mean core features like the sending friend link and scheduling. Like I mean, are there any other core features that we should expect from here?
Uh, Yeah, for now, I'm, st- I guess it's not maybe a core feature. Um, what else I'm looking to is this, yeah, more stylizing options for users so that they can like color code their events instead of like right now this is randomly generated or like applied colors, but instead
Okay,
the user can color it. Then I guess major feature will be Nano Banana, which is an image generation, because right now this I have no appeal when people like send invites or do something, but I think here would be nice to have like a button, generate an image or like something like that, and you don't have to go to another like a site or website, and you can make a yeah, image for your events and invites also into distribution messages. So I guess that would be a core feature. Um, Another thing which is like it's very hard to actually pinpoint on how the user wants to use this manager. And I very strongly feel how this is taking a shape of how I would use it. And I try to, yeah, incorporate a lot of these design decisions where you, instead of having a lot of information, there are like collapsible stuff and to reduce the amount. But even still, it gets pretty busy. So now it's more about can I make it so that you have a new overlay? So as you can see, I have, uh, for example, oversight overlay. When I say something to AI or chat, then if I add it in, then I get like extra features. And I'm thinking there should be one more role called configurator role, or I don't know, like design role. I'm not even sure what I call it. And what it allows to do is in any page you are, and you're like, let's say, what's here? I don't like this appearance theme stuff. Uh, and you just say hide or disable. And then once you exit that view, you don't have specific features. Maybe you never want to, let's say, especially used in here, maybe you never want to connect your Google Calendar, or even if you have connected, you don't want to see if anything is wrong with it unless it's not synced, and you just say, hide this forever. Or I don't care about inviting meetings to participants or suggest meeting times. The only thing you cared about was just creating the grid and know when people would prefer to meet. So, or 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 something that I want to change this participation location to below here instead of up here. So yeah, I don't know how to call it. Like it's a, and the reason I want to kind of implement something like that is not because it's needed, but because I feel like it's a complex design choice where we allow users to like drag and drop and design their own app, how it should look like, and then somehow make like a marketplace of your configurations, uh, how you designed your views and like how you combined all of these features together. So, but yeah, I don't know when I will like kind of turn into it. I feel there is a danger that I get like sidetracked and into other stuff. Uh, because I do want to kind of make use of this Miro board generated and like the Miro board integration and this Figma integration, where I'm like, especially here, I see there is a meetings database and it has title, which is text, and I already know this is actually uh, the name, this title text is the same thing as here is a calendar's title text. So it's a duplicate of information, but it's technically a different thing because the meeting title text should be a calendar text in most of the cases, except when it's events. But all of these like column names, they should be more clear. And right now they are not. And because they are not, when I talk to agent or the cloud code, it sometimes doesn't know what database I'm talking about or what website I'm talking about because they have the same name. And then it just starts to do some bullshit stuff. So we are having a communication here, like, okay, in this, now I can visually see why it's going wrong when I do some kind of prompts. I hope to kind of update either these visuals and then give them back the, hey, compa based on these visual changes, update the database and infrastructure. Okay, based on these API servers, add, I don't know, new flow. And yeah, so changing a paradigm of not just textual way to code or improved, but like design way. Okay, based on this flow chart, or like, okay, I want to make a new, where is this user flows? These are basically user flows. Then you like track, okay, this needs to go here, this needs to go there. And then I ask, okay, agent, based on these new arrows, and generate me the new user flow and update. And you have basically see what it does. Like, does it understand that if it needs to change this user flow, that it needs to also update the features and the way database works and all that. So that's another experiment I'm still like interested on to see where it will lead to, and is it feasible to like this use design to develop uh, yeah application.
For me, I think I would rather advise that we probably just get 4 to 5 different user user this thing, and maybe you see how the coordination manager is, the the background theme is black. Maybe we can have 4 different variations of that. Maybe have white, have blue, have pink or whatever, right?
Yeah, by
And
default you have
then
this night and day,
no, no,
but
I'm not.
if you
I'm not talking about this one. I'm not about this one. I'm talking about where in your profile you can actually go to your profile and select a particular color, like a theme. We just have a default theme for you here, right? Yeah. If you already have it, then why are you? Then why are we trying to add more this thing? Because if I can pick forest or pick sunset and it automatically changes my UI interface, I think that already solves the problem, and you don't need to create a new something, in my opinion. Because I don't think the tool itself is basically is how do I put it? It's very focused on the task you're trying to do. You're trying to coordinate your whole meetings and everything. So I don't think it's not like an application where I go to, except maybe we now start adding chat features into it where, you now need to, but if all I'm coming here is to schedule meetings, create meeting invites, and share with my friends and coordinate all my meetings in one place, I don't think I'm going to be spending more time. I'm speaking from a user perspective, spending more time, right? If at the point of onboarding, I pick a preference or I pick an appearance preference, except I'm tired of that appearance. You know how on Google Chrome you can pick. this thing. Once people pick one team, they stick with it. They don't have to go back to guy and be changing. That's so but it looks like it's already here in appearance. Um, I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
think there was a difference when when I got feedback. Like this is yeah the application team or design, but I think what is needed is the design of where people uh, like this meeting page. If you send this page to a user, that this has some kind of coloring and it appears in calendar differently. And if people uses Luma, it creates already the coloring there and the picture in here. So that was more like an distribution appeal from the because one thing the facilitator is out to do also is to make it compelling for user to click. And if it's just like textual, then it's well, one thing is it's functional, but maybe they also want to make it appealing for a totally new person or captivating to join. So that was the like design element. But yeah, you in a sense are right. Maybe we don't want to go that crazy, like changing the way it's structured and allow people to move this around.
yeah. Because again, I think again, eventually people are going to want to maybe maybe since it's going to be put on open source, people might want to white label, right? And if they want to white label, they can handle all those UI stuff on their own end on how it should look and stuff like that. Just my own thinking, really. Because again, and we can always stick with our basic, with our set things that we already have. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, and another thing where I think the future is going, and this is what I'm like really trying to show here, and that one is if I go to say I, like first of all, choosing, oh, it's interesting. This is disabled. I need to look into that. But like choosing which models to use, do you want ChatGPT, Claude, or yeah, some kind of Singularity Net models, and and so the idea for now, I recognize that the application itself is not really needed. There is so many of them around in the world, except of course, most of them cost and they are not like community built and they don't have like Cardano integrations or any kind of like our own local stuff. But why is this platform needed or is for monitoring and like seeing visually, am I doing it right? It's like you can now tell to AI that, okay, create another coordination calendar called copy, copy. See if I can create one because I'm losing guider. I don't think it can do it from here. Called okie dokie, follow these steps. Yeah, this this dude is telling me what to do. But if I go to create new calendar and I say it here again, I should maybe make it possible to choose operator. Now it created the name, okie dokie. I didn't really do much here because I just asked the name. But essentially, you can even connect with your own cloud in the Visual Studio Code, for example, or Codex or whatever people use, give your API access, and then ask them to create the calendar. Okay, let's just create it. And people get the like invite or something, and they already have the app, and then they can say, "Oh, okay, my friend sent me this page. Fill all the times after I don't know 14 UTC and remove all busy times." I don't know if I have actually any busy times here. I will technically have. So after 40C or busy time, so yeah, in some reason it didn't like the 8 UTC. Maybe uses my preferences to not fill out the last section. But so basically, you talk with AI to like just fill that stuff in, and the site is just a way to confirm visually what's happening, but you don't really have to use the app at all, and you just the AI can fill the information even up to the point of prepare uh, the invite for distribution, invite for asking times for the talkie uh, calendar. Let's see what it does. Yeah, here it's a bit awkward because here the roles are like, however, I need more specific details about what you want. Are you looking for set availability to create a meeting or something else? Yeah, because this is, yeah, okay, so I do need to still work on AI assistant because it wasn't able to now switch his role to composer. And the only way to get the composer AI to talk with you, you need to go to this composer page. But when you talk with Claude, it's able to kind of jump between, okay, this AI agent knows has access to this page information, operator has access to the calendar page information, and it's kind of fills the stuff on your behalf. And you only come to this platform to basically choose the template that the AI created for you, and you check that all the people you send it to or the emails are correct, and then you just send it out. So I assume the world is going to move to more like, yeah, agentic AI assistant style. And this website itself is more like a practice ground of, oh, okay, in order to do coordination, here are the elements I kind of need. But once you kind of know what you want and how it's done, then you just ask AI to do it. Well, I didn't take too many notes on the meeting board. Yeah, there was another discussion before the call about like running scripts for deployment cycles and improving the way I'm doing code development in general, having more evaluation steps. But that's more like internal that is not visible to users. But it's a good general thing to know and learn and establish because any app I do, we eventually will need all of these evaluation processes. Okay, it's been hour. We went through a different site pages, shared updates. Yeah. Thanks for sharing your thoughts, your expectation, and understanding what it's used for. Now I just hope we get more users to plan workshops or join workshops through this or send messages to each other through this coordination calendar. And yeah, if there is any feedback or you stumble in, just write back to the Discord bot or write feedback in the side panel or in this one, and I will deal with them on time. As for the when do we meet next, I don't know yet. I haven't planned it. Um, at least 2 weeks again, even though I said it in the first meeting, and then we have ended up like doing 2 meetings. But yeah, I think now it's really the time where the majority of functionality that people wanted is here. And I'm gonna like jump to other uh, tools also, then circle back to fill all of these purple sticky notes, make sure I can cover those or have some kind of stated that. And whenever I feel like I am ready or we go public or whatever is gonna happen, uh, then I will let you know. Everybody who has already followed any of these two coordination calendars I made, I will contact you again, and you then can choose to join us. For watching. See you.